Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another Jasmy update. I'm a little bit late on today's video because I wanted to give the price a little bit of time so that I can have a clearer picture of what exactly is happening on the price chart, right? So we'll look at the price chart from a very short time perspective. Today we want to understand what exactly is happening right in this zone right here. We will also take a quick look on the Bitcoin price chart because whether like it or not, Bitcoin will always affect what is going to happen with the Jasmy price chart, right? We'll also take a look at a number of indicators to see what direction they will be suggesting, right? And finally, we'll end with some structures from fractals of previous market data, and then we'll tie all those things together to come up with a conclusion. But before I do that, I just want to ask you to delicately tap the like button. It really helps with the YouTube algorithm. People looking for this kind of information will now be able to find it much more easily, right? I also want to encourage you to subscribe to the channel because I do TA on Jasmy on a regular basis. So if that's your thing, feel free to subscribe to the channel. Also, if you've got an altcoin you want me to look at, feel free to show me your favorite altcoin. And with that being said, let's quickly get into the chart. So let's begin here by rehashing some of the things that we talked about last week. My strong belief is Jasmy is in a wake of accumulation, where you can see that we have this preliminary support right here. You have your selling climax over here, phase A, phase B, phase C, phase D. If you have studied wake of accumulation structures, you're probably wondering why we're not getting out of the trading range already if we are in phase D. Well, from the article we read last week on this channel, we actually found out that you can have terminal shakeouts like this at the end of wake of accumulation structures with the sole purpose of shaking out the retail trader or retail investor out of their bags to bigger operators. And I think that's exactly what we have on this structure right here, right? Moving on from there, let's take a look at a couple of indicators. So looking at the relative strength index on a daily time frame, you can actually see that we are in a uptrend here in the RSI, but then again we are technically in a downtrend here, or you could say we are running flat on the price chart here. So this is actually bullish divergence, right? Suggesting that in the near short term we are headed for upward price action right here. So the RSI is also one of the reasons why I believe that this whole thing is an accumulation, because I mean, by logic you can understand that there are more buyers here showing up, and then the price is literally not doing anything here. Taking a look at the moving averages on a 12-hourly time frame, you can kind of see that we have a bullish cross right here where you have the 20 crossing above the 50. So yeah, the last couple of times that this thing has happened, actually the last 3 times it has happened, it has proved to be quite bullish right here. And the funny thing is, you can see that the last time it happened right here, we're crashing in a similar manner to what we are doing at the moment, and we got supported on the 50 moving average here on a 12-hourly time frame. So yeah, this is encouraging to see right here. We'll see if this candle here, this 12-hourly candle, gets supported on the 50 moving average here on the 12-hourly. So yeah, I was mentioning that the last couple of times it happened, it turned out to be bullish. You can see that this is the last time it happened. This is the most recent. We had this pump right here to the top of our trading range right here in our wake of accumulation, and then the other time it happened was right here. We didn't have so much of a pump, but you can also see that it went as high as this level here. And then the other time it happened was back here. Let me quickly adjust my chart, bear with me right here, and you can kind of see what kind of gains we had right here. So this is quite something here on the 12-hourly to see that we are having a bullish cross where we have the 20 crossing above the 50. Now for the last 2 indicators, you can see that I'm using a completely different price chart simply because the portal I was using doesn't support the MEX exchange. So yeah, I tend to a new portal which supports the MEX exchange because the MEX exchange has the most data on the Jasmy price chart. You can see that most exchanges starts from November 2021, but the MEX exchange goes as far as January 2021. So yeah, this is the reason why I'm using a different portal right here. So taking a look at the EMA rebounds, you can see that if we have a week or two of upward price action here, we'll be able to flip these EMA rebounds into bullish mode. And the last time that happened really was right around this area here, and you can kind of see the magnitude of the pump that we had. Let's actually go ahead and measure it to see how big it was right here. So you can kind of see it was something like 600%. To be honest, it was more than that because I didn't measure it correctly. So 600%, that's a 6x we'll be waiting to see if we have something like that on the Jasmy price chart in the immediate short term or in the coming few weeks. Now for the last indicator, let's take a look at the Bollinger Bands. You can kind of see that they're squeezing the price here to the point that we have never had such a squeeze before. The last time we had something close to this was back here, and you can see the magnitude of a pump that we had. You can see here this massive pump here. So yeah, all the indicators that I've checked right now, they are suggesting that we're going to see a lot of volatility in the short to medium term, and I think it's going to be to the upside, but that's just my own opinion, right? So now moving away from the indicators, we want to look at the price action from a very short time perspective right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down to the 1 hourly time frame, and I'll also use a different portal so that we have a very clear picture. So yeah, this is the price action that we want to investigate right here on the Jasmy price chart. I'm going to use the trading view portal, so let it not confuse you so much. And yeah, we are in on the 1 hourly time frame. So here you see two charts. The top one is the Jasmy price chart on a 1 hourly time frame, and the one below is the Bitcoin price chart back then in June 2019 from a weekly time frame, right? So what we can see right here is we have the same fractile playing out on the Jasmy price chart on a one hourly time frame. The same thing that happened with Bitcoin on a weekly time frame, right? You can kind of see that we have this pump right here, we also have this pump right here, and then you get rejected here. Is your initial rejection here on the Jasmy price chart. You kind of chill out right here on the Jasmy price chart. Something happening on the Bitcoin price, you kind of chill out here, and then you have this work right here. You also have this capitulation that happens right here. You slowly work your way up here. You also have the same thing right here on the Bitcoin price chart. You slowly work your way up here, and then finally you get this massive capitulation here. Something happening on the Jasmy price chart here. We have this capitulation right here, but the good news is, according to this structure, you don't set a lower low than this one. So I'll be hoping to see the same thing happening here on the Jasmy price chart, and from here it's kind of continuation to the upside, and you are guaranteed to take out this high right here if we continue to follow this structure right here. I'm also going to show you the same fractal from the Ethereum price chart, obviously from a different time range, right? So the one you see below is the fractal from the Ethereum price chart back then in 2015, 29 October 2015, right? And you can kind of see that we have the same structure right here. You have this rise here, right? You get rejected, you kind of chill out a little bit, you finally get this capitulation, you work your way up really slowly right here, and then you finally get another one. Something that we have on the Jasmy price chart here. You have this rise, right? You chill out a little bit here after being rejected, you have this capitulation, and then you work your way up a little bit. Finally you get another crash, right, that sets you below this low right here, and then that's exactly the same thing right here. So the good thing is, according to this structure right on the Ethereum price chart and the one I showed you on the Bitcoin price chart, we won't be setting a lower low compared to these ones right here. You can kind of see that here you just work your way up slowly, and then finally you go to take out this high right here. So yeah, fingers crossed we'll continue to follow this fractal right here on the Ethereum and the Bitcoin price chart, and then we'll go ahead and take out this high right here, which is sitting at 1 cent. So yeah, on the Bitcoin price here, my line in the sand is basically 17.6, because if we cross below this line, I believe to be the bottom, then it also means that we have got bad things happening for the Jasmy price chart. But in the moment, there isn't much to read into Bitcoin, because you can see that we are in the middle of a range right here. I mean, you can take action when you're at the extreme ends here. Maybe you could place a buy right here, and when you're here, maybe you could decide that we are at a resistance level, so you could place a sell button. But right in this one right here, I don't see it as a region to take any action unless you're using your emotions. But in this zone right here, it's the most dangerous zone here, because price can do a lot of things in this zone right here. You could crash, you could continue, and with the Ethereum merge upcoming, I believe that you know, there is a lot of indecision happening, and probably people are picking Bitcoin as a safe harbor. Right in this zone right here, I don't think it's a zone to have any sort of action here. So yeah, that's pretty much it from me. I believe that with the Jasmy price chart, we're going to continue high a little bit according to the structure I've shown you. We'll be going ahead to take out the 1 cent region there, but this is just my own opinion. Never consume this as financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. But if you like this content, don't forget to delicately tap the like button, share the video with your friends and family, and subscribe to the channel. See you in the next one. Take care. Bye.